Namaskar friends, myself Professor A.B. Panchal, Production Engineering Department, Ali College, Morbi, welcome you all in the session of Basic Understanding of GD&T Drawing. By the end of this presentation, you will be able to define the different terms used in GD&T drawing like datums, datum features, MMC condition, LMC condition, RFS and different symbols utilized in GD&T drawing. People realize since very long time that plus and minus system of dimensioning and tolerancing the parts was insufficient to convey the design intent. It was basically a language incapable of transferring the creative idea to the paper in such a way as to be unambiguous when interpreted by the others. Geometric dimension and tolerancing is a system of symbols developed and used to define the part shape, the feature, the form of the component, orientation, runout, its profile and the location. Once the tolerance are assigned, it should leave no doubt as to what is desirable and also acceptable to satisfy the design intent. Geometric dimension and tolerancing is a language of symbol based on good sound logic. It allows the designer to express the thoughts and the design requirement in very much clear and concise manner. It assures us that if properly defined, the part made per design drawing requirements will also now fulfill the design needs. Moving ahead to the next topic, it is about the surfaces, features, the datum features and datums. Every part has surfaces. These surfaces either alone or at a time in combination with one another can be called as feature. These features actually exist on the part. They can be a planar surface like the individual side of the parts, in which case each of these individual features or surface has no specific size. They can also be feature of size like, for example, a shaft or a hole or even two opposing planar surfaces. The feature of size can be measured for size. They are features that are cylindrical, spherical or consist of two parallel opposing surfaces. It is from feature that datum feature are chosen. Surface, features, feature of size, datum features and datum feature of size all exist. They are real and can be touched. Datums are derived from datum features. They are manifested by the perfect geometric counterpart of the imperfect datum features. They may be planes, points, lines, axes, but they do not exist in reality. They are perfect and therefore can only be simulated. Datum feature simulators are commonly used to construct the origin of measurement for location, orientation, profile and runout. Some common datum features we are commonly used as a simulator are the surface plates, angle plates, chucks, mandrels and machine tables. The datum features are simulated by equipments or by the tools to act in place of their perfect geometric counterpart datum planes, axes or point from which the features are being measured and geometrically controlled and on which parts are set up for manufacturing and inspection purpose. Datum features should be chosen on the basis of their function, repeatability, accessibility and their representation of matching features. So it is obvious that only the dimension of the component will not serve the purpose. It requires the introduction of tolerances. These tolerances requires few needs. Those needs are the desired size of the component, the applied tolerance on that component, at which location the tolerance is required, and at particular location how much tolerance is required. This basic four requirements must be fulfilled to define the tolerance of the component. Often a person confused in these items, thinking a size automatically includes the tolerance, and so it does not state one. This happens with the location as well. A location will be stated but without saying what tolerance on that location is acceptable. So the size and location are called the dimension, and one of the basic rule for dimensioning is that all dimension need the tolerance, because perfect parts cannot be produced without giving the tolerance. So the tolerance of size, the tolerance of form, the location, orientation, profile or runout are totally different requirements that must be considered independently. So for this purpose, generally we are using plus and minus dimension tolerancing system, where two terms will be introduced. One is bilateral tolerancing and second one is unilateral tolerancing. In case of bilateral tolerancing system, the tolerance will be applied on both the plus or minus side of the basic dimension. So let us consider the dimension 5 plus or minus 0.1. It means that it may be a 5 plus 0.1 or 5 minus 0.1. So the tolerance is applied on both the side of dimension. In case of unilateral tolerancing system, the tolerance on only the plus or only to the minus side is given, but it is not given on both at the same time. So for example, it may be 5 plus 0.00 and 5 minus 0.01. It means that at the same time on one of the side it will remain 0, or you can consider it as a 5 plus 0.1 minus 0.0. Moving ahead to the same topic, now the main question is, what is the requirement of a particular geometrically dimension and tolerance drawing? So let us consider one component which is having a hole at center with its dimension 1.00 here, and this is 1.5. So this much piece of information has been provided on this component. Now what are the missing information that must be required to produce a hole at this particular place with this much dimensions? So there are many components that go into the geometrically dimension and tolerance drawing. Here we have the example on the board. Many people think the basic dimension automatically mean that tight tolerances is given, which results in the costly part. This just isn't so. The basic dimension is the mean of showing the place to begin the tolerancing. Think of it as a glimpse of the perfections. One can never produce the perfect part, but one would at least like to begin with the knowledge of what is the requirement to be a perfect part. Once the perfect size and location of the feature is specified with basic dimension, an allowed deviation from the perfect size is required. So here in this drawing, the dimension is given, but how much deviation will be permitted is not given. So that we can consider as a missing data right now. That tolerance is not attached to the basic dimension as would be done to plus and minus tolerancing dimensions. Rather, the tolerance is shown as applying to the feature being controlled. Each controlled feature associated with the basic dimension is given a feature control frame to show the tolerance. So we must require the feature control frame for this particular component. The tolerance that appears in the feature control frame is the allowed deviation from the perfect size or location. It shows the basic dimension. So the what are the requirements now? One is datum feature. What are the requirement of a geometrically dimension and tolerance drawing? So first is datum feature. Datum feature. The surface from which the perfect plane can be established and used as origin of measurement. So this datum feature will be used while checking of that component, means while taking the measurements. For the whole location and perpendicularity, because position, control, location and orientation, it requires position control for this particular component. The second requirement of GD&T drawing after datum feature is desired hole size. Because in that drawing hole size was not mentioned. The third one is hole size tolerance. And the fourth one is feature control frame. In case of feature control frame, what information is added? It includes the geometric characteristic symbol. Here in our case, this one, geometric characteristic symbol. Then the tolerance zone descriptor. Tolerance zone descriptor, which means that the diameter of the hole. The third one is tolerance of location. Location tolerance. The fourth one is material condition symbol. Material condition symbol, whether it is maximum material condition or least material condition or regardless of feature size. And the last one is the primary, secondary and tertiary datums. Datum planes. So these are few information 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. 5 basic requirements must be specified in case of feature control frame. So now we will look the same component after applying the GD&T concept. It looks like the component having a hole at the center with the dimension 1.00, 1.5, now we will define the diameter of the hole. Diameter of the hole can be defined in the feature control frame. So we will draw the feature control frame. This is the feature control frame. It includes all the details like position, the diameter. Let us say diameter is 0.2, then material condition, maximum material condition, and the datum planes A, B and C. Now we have to define where is the A surface, where is the B surface. So we have to define this as A surface. It can be defined as this way. This is A. This surface is B surface. And this surface is C surface. So a component or geometrically dimension drawing must include the feature control frame and the designation of surfaces. Now let us consider the two terms fits and allowances. The assurance that the mating features will require the assemble is one of the greatest achievement of GD&T system. For example, a shaft at maximum material condition is compared to its mating feature, a hole at maximum material condition. If neither has been given the geometric tolerance of form, orientation and position, or general node that allows either to exceed a boundary of perfect form as directed by MMC limit, then this situation is considered to be a worst fit situation. It is very well explained by the Taylor's principle. In the case of clearance fit, when the MMC of the shaft is subtracted from the MMC of hole, the difference will always be a positive number or a zero. This theoretically will result in non-material interface situation 100% of the time. In the other words, the same concept can be explained as the worst case, largest MMC of shaft and smallest hole, the feature will all go together. The clearance fit are the most often discussed fit situation. Other types of fits are the interference fit and transition fit. In case of interference fit, the mating feature are designed so that no matter what size the feature are made, there will always be the material interference between two mating parts like shaft and hole. In case of transition fit situation, the mating feature are designed so that if the feature are made within their size limit, the material interference at mating might does not necessarily occurs. This is the next is allowances. The allowance is nothing but it is the difference between the MMC limit of size of the mating part. It is the minimum clearance or maximum interference between such parts. Here on the board you can see that one shaft and hole is there with dimension. The upper dimension is 0.524 and lower dimension is 0.504 for the and here the upper dimension is 0.500 and 0.484 for shaft and hole system. Now here it is very much clear that 0.004 is the clearance fit. If you talk about the clearance fit, it will be 0.004. How this 0.004 derived? It is the difference between 0.504 to 0.500. So it represents the clearance fit. The clearance fit are those mating situations wherein the external feature of size if produced within size limit are always smaller than the mating part. So here you can see that if this is produced either for 0.524 or 0.504, its dimension will remain higher if this component is made at the highest dimension of 0.500. In case of interference fit, are those mating situations wherein the external feature of size is produced within the size limit are always larger than mating internal feature of size. The transition fit are those mating situations wherein the size of the limit of mating feature overlap so that the external feature of size may be either smaller or larger than their mating internal feature of size. The allowance is so that's why we can say that the allowance is the intentional difference between the maximum material condition of the mating surfaces. So if you change the dimension, let us consider instead of 500 and 0.484, here we change let us consider 0.535 and 0.525. So here the interference fit will be 0.0, it will be 35. 0.035 if you consider this as a 500. So this is all about the fits and allowances, where three types of allowances are generally utilized to specify the GD&T drawing. One is clearance fit, second one is interference fit, and third one is transition fit. So in today's session we have covered the basic understanding of GD&T, the surface features, the datum features, the datums, the tolerances, the components of GD&T drawing, means requirement of the GD&T drawing, fits and allowances. Thank you. Happy learning.